Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 27 of Earthdawn, 4th edition, Tales of His Majesty's Royal Exploratory Force. And it has been a bit of time. Who would like to remind everybody what happened?
We rolled into town, and the town rolled over us.
Was not much. There were no
Kinsey.
Survivors.
Kinsey specifically got hurt a little
There
bit.
was a lot of things that we had to kill, and we killed them. See, that's what happened.
Following on the trail of suspected clues for a horror that we lost track of way back in episode early on, we came to this town to the northwest corner of the Throlic Mountains. We got an airship drop us off here, and it was like close to night, and night did not get any better. It was bone shamblers made from the ex-remnants of the residents came and attacked us, and we have recently fought them off. But that basically has highlighted the fact that we're probably on the right track, and we need to continue all the way over into the Cockhavik Valley. So it's still nightfall. We just finished fighting the bone shamblers and have healed up a little bit.
Does sound
probably
about
find
right.
a shelter of some kind.
Although I would like to add that saying we rolled into town, we killed a lot of things, and there were no survivors.
Phrasing.
To be fair, they were dead already. The living people were dead already. We killed the things that
residents.
were, they were dead already. We didn't kill anything, any residents.
They had to be put down again.
Yes, they had to be put down again.
Yes, so it is evening. It is on the map. You guys are
somewhere.
kind of up here. Where are you guys? On the western foothills of the Throlic Mountains?
Yeah. Somewhere there.
Near the Serpent River.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's where that village was, right?
Yeah, kind of like, I don't have a mark for it here. Let's see here. There.
I feel like I'd ask my bat
Not
to
quite.
be looking for a shelter.
Not quite on the river, but not terribly far from the river.
Oh, okay, cool.
Half a day's walk that way.
Yeah, close enough to make use of it, but not be a like port town type thing.
Yeah, you don't want to live too close to the pirates.
But it is evening. The sun has set. You guys have had a battle. I don't know how well off people are.
Fine.
I'm okay. I mean, down a little karma, but otherwise.
And I don't know necessarily if you want to camp here.
Yeah.
No, I'll send out my bat looking for a shelter. Have it fly around.
Maybe a cave or something.
Maybe. There might be like a farmstead or something.
Oh yeah. It'd be a little farm. We could
don't know.
do that. Assuming they're still alive.
Well, I was going to point out that we're pretty sure everything in this area is now dead.
You'd be surprised. Maybe he went a slightly different direction, and some towns, some farmers got.
We suspect the vast majority of the residents are now undead, shambling after it.
No, I'm just pointing out that we know everything in here that tried to kill us has now tried to kill us.
Yeah, that's fine.
If we leave this place to go somewhere else, we might run into stuff that tries to kill us.
That's fine. Then we'll kill it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm down.
We'll kill it.
I'm down 14.
14 what? Health?
Well, actually, I'm down 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say we
Yeah.
healed up. We healed up
You
at the end of
guys
last night.
spent an hour. No, you didn't have to spend an hour because of the spell.
Yeah, we were just using blood share and all this other things. So
you were using.
Well, actually, no. I think we. No. I think we also did take an hour though.
It took 10 minutes to get the spell slotted.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
it was
and-
like cast,
Right.
cast.
Right. It took you 10 minutes to get the spell slotted, but some other people.
Oh, that's right.
wanted
Some
to
people looked around and
explore the
checked out
town
something.
for an
We
hour.
explored a little bit.
I
Yeah.
took
Oh,
the
that's
time to
right.
build a bonfire.
That's right.
Guy is right. Yep.
So we had
That's
about
right.
an hour, right? Not necessarily resting, but we were exploring. Yes.
Hey, we
Yeah,
found something.
Because I took the time to build a bonfire because y'all told me I couldn't build it on the wooden ship. I don't know why.
Yeah. What was it
Yeah,
that
that would kind of be a little frowned upon.
did we find anything interesting here besides just like money and stuff? I don't remember. What was our loot?
Probably just the bits from the bone shambler. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was bits from the bone shambler, some coinage mixed along with that. There wasn't a whole lot left. It's actually larger than obviously this map,
Right.
and it would take a lot longer to search if you wish to do so.
Hmm. No, we did a cursory search in this area, and if there was
Yeah.
nothing,
you glanced in doorways.
Look, I said cursory. Cursory. That's what that means. You glance around.
Yep. There's
And not only
lots
that,
more.
but it's like
Go ahead.
not even daytime, right? So it's like
Look,
all
I
dark
am
and
not
shadowy.
digging through the bodies of dead like dead peasantry. Okay, that's not gonna work.
Right.
Yep.
Good.
There's a lot of
That's-
other buildings with bones scattered around there, and based on what just attacked you,
Yeah, let's avoid those.
it's probably not something you guys not want to go poking around through.
Or we could just go and kill them all.
You can. The bat. What is the bat's perception step?
Let me pull them up. I think I wrote down his stats on my equipment page. No, I didn't. I will find it.
If he's doing that, I'll fly up on Misty and look as well.
All right. You may roll me awareness or perception as well.
Looks like its perception would be 12. Unless it's smelling, at which point it's got a 2.
No. Go ahead and roll me a step 12.
Okay. Oh, that's right. So I could remain 12. Yep. 8.
Okay. Both the bat finds shelter that is suitable for a bat. There's a cave system up the foothills a little bit, so probably an hour's walk, you guesstimate.
Okay.
Kinsey, you see another set of buildings further northeast. Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
I think I spoke earlier, misspoke. You're on the western foothills, not the eastern. Northeast, kind of between the river and the hills. Probably a mile or two. There is a kind of an orangish glow in that direction as well.
Guys! I think there's another village up there.
Did you land before doing that?
No, I'm just.
Or did you just like overfly us?
Yeah, I
guys,
just
guys,
flew
guys.
down.
And we wait and you come back. Hey, there's a golden claw over in that direction.
Follow me, kind of thing.
Okay. I will follow Kinsey.
Okay.
All right, so you're going the river route up that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll see.
All right.
At the very least, if they didn't get hit by the thing, we should warn them not to enter this village because bad things would happen to them.
Sort of a PSA.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so it's not terribly far away. Probably takes you guys a half hour in the dark to make the march up that way, the walk up that way.
Mhm.
Before you get there, you definitely start to see an orange glow, and the air starts to smell like, describe that, a fire that's been put out with water. So you get that very ashy, smoky
Charred.
smell, not just burning wood, but...
A little bit out of the town, I wanted to activate Astral Sight.
Okay.
See the corruption, and I want to hold it for a few rounds, at least for a couple minutes, maybe see if it tapers off in this direction.
All right.
If it
Let's
stays
see if
strong
you
in the
can
whole area.
pierce the astral corruption.
And I'll do a flight above it to see if I can see people.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
All right, let's see. Astral sensing.
Corrupt
Okay,
is
yes,
plus 12,
you
Joe.
can. Yeah, and you reduce that by a step. So
Plus 5.
your target was 11.
I hit
You can pierce the astral here. It is very corrupted. It's hard to tell how long ago the corruption happened, but there's nothing in the immediate vicinity, as in like spirits or anything like that. It's just very, very murky.
I just want to know if, like, leaving town, it was easing things off a bit.
No, doesn't seem to
Okay.
have.
Okay.
And Kinsey, flying upwards, you do not see motion of people moving around. It looks like as you're getting closer, several of the buildings on the outer edge, outer perimeter, are reduced to ashes. There is still a slight glow scattered around, like on a slightly inward perimeter, and there's buildings like towards the center. So if you imagine like a bullseye target, right? The few inner circles still have some buildings. The outermost edge is gone, and then slightly inward is still a slight glow, like they had been burned somewhat recently or put out somewhat recently. There's no actual fire.
But I don't see any people either.
No.
Interesting. Okay, I'll fly back to the group. Okay, guys. Yeah, the lots of buildings were on fire. It looks like maybe they're out or got put out or something. But there's some in the center that might have survivors in it. Maybe.
Okay.
So my guess is bad
Did
things
you, like,
happen
land on
here.
the building and check them out, or what?
No, just giving you guys an update. And so be careful on the outer ones, though. There might be some dead things. Okay.
Lead the way.
All right.
All right. A few minutes later, you guys are walking through a smoky haze. And I need toughness rolls from everybody.
Oh, I'm still flying above it. Do I still need a roll?
Yes.
13.
All right, everybody. It's a little hard breathing, but not considerably so. Right? You can take some precautions and put a cloth up in front of your nose or whatever, but it's hard to breathe. It's a very slight burning to the eyes. It's not pleasant to be through here. There are still some areas that are a little too warm to approach, but you can easily navigate that. But yes, it looks like the outer perimeter of this village, not really a town, but small village, definitely burned at some point. And the outermost perimeter is not still warm. The warm comes in earlier. I don't know if anybody has evidence analysis, but
Nope.
there are definitely some
Check my
buildings.
pockets for a wizard.
No, no Belden.
No wizard.
We should check the buildings that are still standing in the center. That's probably where people decided to hide if there's any left.
Right. You're leading us there, right?
Yep.
Or
This
did
way.
you like not identify those buildings?
Yeah. I know where they are. They're over here.
All right,
So
are you
I'll head
guys
towards the
sneaking
center.
or just kind of heading that way?
Are we sneaking?
How well could I sneak with you? I'll
I could
stand
put-
behind.
It's dark.
That would help.
We could
I could take
we
the time
can-
and put the sneak spells up, but
I mean, I'm not going to attempt to step on every twig as we walk through, but you know.
we'll be overly cautious.
Yeah, there we go. I can do cautious. I can do cautious.
All right.
So like we're not like just strolling in. We're just we're walking a little cautiously, keeping an eye out on our surroundings, that kind of stuff.
Okay. In that case, let's see, what was the awareness earlier? As you're getting closer, Kinsey, you start to see in the darkness some huddled figures. Kind of, it looks like they are in shadows, keeping watch. They don't happen to see you guys being overly cautiously approaching. But you can make them out just on a brief glinting of the light. In one of the buildings up ahead, basically, kind of in a corner nook. They're kind of huddled up against the building. Looks like they're keeping watch, but they are looking in the wrong direction.
Okay, I'll just whisper, hold on, guys, and I'll fly off of Misty and stealthily get around them, kind of thing, and just kind of get to a point where I could just like sit over to the side and say hi to them. I don't want them to be aware of me until I'm like right in front of them, basically.
Okay, roll stealthy stride.
Oh my god, I rolled terribly.
You rolled better than they do.
Oh, that's always good.
They are not watching you. They're not looking in that direction. And when you say hi, everybody hears this loud ah, and there's this motion.
No,
People are
I'm
jumping, pointing, turning towards you. And in the moment, somebody lets loose with a bow.
That's fine. I figured I'd get attacked for this, but that's okay. It was fun doing it.
The good old Kinsey family greeting.
Yes. That's what you do when you see a windling. You just shoot a bow at it, right? That's normal. That's fine.
Wow. They're not a very good shot, but they happen to be a very good shot at this moment.
Yeah.
Do you wish to avoid that?
Yeah, I think I will avoid that. What, is that a 20 then for the number?
Your target is 20.
Jeez, I'm going to miss avoiding it too. That's sad.
What's your physical defense?
14.
So 1 extra success.
And my armor is 11 right now.
3 points gets through your armor.
Okay. Ow, ow, ow. Hey, I'm not here to hurt you. Jeez. Don't shoot things at me.
And
Did you know she'd get shot?
the
I
person
figured.
is like panting and gasping and doesn't seem to be reloading at the moment. Like they're too
We
frightened.
saw the fire. We were trying to come and help.
She kind of narrows her eyes and.
Oh, my name is Kinsey.
Kinsey?
Yes. And who are you?
I'm Rainer.
Hi, Rainer. Now we're friends. Awesome. So, it looks like you had a bit of an issue today, I would assume.
Today?
Or yesterday? I don't know. How long has it been?
This would have been days ago.
Oh, days ago. Okay. A few days ago, I guess.
Yeah. Like weeks.
Are there any monsters still in the town?
I don't know. She kind of looks around, and at that moment, a couple other people come running from further in the buildings. Looks like one of them has a short sword and one of them has another bow. Rainer!
Oh yeah.
Rainer! And then they
We're good.
stop.
We're friends. I'm friendly.
Who are you?
I'm sure Woodlegs have said that before.
I'm Kinsey.
Hello, we're the group Careful Whispers.
Yeah, Careful Whispers. Have you heard that? Yeah. See my friends over there? We're a big group. We do things, explore and stuff.
We do
and kill
things.
monsters and things like that. Yeah.
I think what we're doing is going to be escorting a bunch of people out of town.
Yeah. But we could do a quick search of the town to make sure there's no monsters.
Kinsey, we don't have time for that.
Well, I mean, why not?
It's going to take days to search the town.
What if I just start screaming as loud as I can? Won't they just come to me?
You could always try.
Yes.
I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to stop you.
I will literally fly to where the rubble is, not where the good buildings are. Yo, monsters, come out! Where are you? Hello, come and eat me.
We're professional.
I take the professional batting stance to smack Kinsey clean across the town.
Oh, let Kinsey have fun.
No. I'm trying to help her. I accelerate her across the town very rapidly.
Where are you coming from?
Bartertown.
Oh, did our messenger get through?
No,
we just happen to be traveling in this direction. Anyways,
we just heard reports of stuff happening in this area. Decided to come check it out.
Oh.
This village, the damage was spotted. I think it was from air. I'm not sure.
Yes.
And was reported back at the docks at Thrall. So this became number one on our suspect list. How many are you?
I think, and she turns to the two that came up. 37, and one of the guys shakes his head. No, 35.
How many?
In a second, I'll ask to see the wounded.
Yeah.
Until we get to that point, is any of you aware of any safe haven nearby?
We have an area where everybody is residing at the moment.
I mean, away
Uh,
from here.
Yeah, not in this town.
Um,
Like another town, maybe that's or a cairn that's close by.
No.
Okay. There's like no nearby towns to the west that we can get you to in a reasonable amount of time.
There's to the south, but I don't think they made it.
No, they didn't.
We don't
I
have
said west.
any boats to cross the river.
I said west.
Yeah, west is the river.
Okay. I guess I'm meaning more southwest then. I mean like inland. I mean away from the path of this thing.
Everybody we've sent out hasn't returned, so I don't know.
That's probably not a good sign.
There was a town about 2 days to the south, but we don't know.
Well, it's up to you folk. We can escort you out of here, but you're going to be stuck with us for a little while. We can have our little windling friend go try to find a boat. Maybe.
Yeah, I can find a boat. Sure, there's gotta be a boat somewhere, right? Weren't there like are there villages on the river itself that use boats? Are we on the river?
Maybe not near here. I don't know.
You're near the river, but not.
Is there a village on the river that might have boats?
I meant more like a trading ship or something like that could take 37 people.
Oh yeah, true. Need something
35.
bigger.
Yeah, I think there's a village further downstream to the east.
Yeah, but that's where that thing's probably going. That was where we were heading, following this thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see it go? Did you? No one, I'm guessing, saw where it went after it left here,
This
right?
is why I said west.
We haven't seen.
You didn't see what actually happened, I'm assuming. Okay.
No.
Okay. You should sit down and rest because it's clearly you're at your wit's end. You've probably been on a wake for too long. We don't have an elementalist to feed everybody, so we're going to be doing.
I can go
to share some of our rations.
There might be some still game and stuff I can go hunt for if you want me to.
Not in this corrupted area.
True. Ugh. Nothing good here.
Like I said, your best bet is you finding a boat. The rest of us can go and help these poor townsfolk. Take me to your wounded.
All right, come on, Misty. I'll do some scouting in the area and see what I can find. Okay.
Okay.
It's night. You might want to wait till dawn.
True. Yeah. I'll wait till dawn.
Rainer, stands up because one of the others walks up to her and puts his hand on her shoulder, and why don't you show them and we'll take over. So she gets up and follow me and leads you inward. I mean, there's not a whole lot of buildings here, so you're only going 3 or 4 buildings, crudely built, but into one of them seems to be kind of like a cellar, the top of a cellar. The entrance is not on the outside, though, it's on the inside. There's not much in the building when you walk in except covered entryway and crudely carved stairs going down. There are, besides not much things in there, there are a few people that are guarding the door. And as she gets ready to open it, she announces herself and waits for permission.
Let's see. Kothar and Flaw, do you want to just like guard the door with these guys just to make sure that nothing else surprises them?
Why don't you break out what little bit of our rations we can spare
And share it.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
cool.
particularly
fine.
to the elderly and most frail and the children.
And she leads you down. And it looks like this was once where like dry goods and stuff were stored so that they could spread it out during the winter and stuff like that. There's not a whole lot of food left in here, but there are a bunch of people.
Okay.
Not many seem wounded. They do seem frail, malnourished, huddled in groups of 2 or 3, often with a small child or 2.
I'll ask, how long have you guys been hiding down here?
Um, a month maybe.
Oh,
There were more of us, but every time we sent somebody out to get help, we they died.
okay, okay.
And when she says that, she has this bad look crosses her face.
None of them came back.
No.
Yeah, it looks like the creature's done quite a mess around this area. So we walked through another village, and sadly, there were no survivors in that one. So at least there's some here. So maybe we'll do what we can to help.
Thank you.
You're wounded. Where were they at again, or were there none?
There might be some minor stuff. But...
Everybody maybe.
Oh, okay. Any wounded from like actual attacks or physical wounds or anything, or is it just more malnourished?
Those that were badly wounded haven't made it.
So there's no more that are badly wounded, you mean?
No.
Okay.
Give me everybody down here an awareness roll if you have it, or perception.
10.
I think roll 20 was upgraded because like it's a lot more responsive than usual.
Stuck to perception.
Kothar's on fire.
Wow.
Yeah, we got to get all my rolls out early, you know.
Hacking Kinsey. These people look like kind of like an infirm ward to a point. They look shaken, fatigued, like they haven't slept in a while. Kothar, however, you notice that some of them have faint traces of minor lacerations and puncture wounds. Not anything deep, but almost, if you would have guessed, like self-inflicted. Some of them have a lot of scabs or healing wounds that seem to be recent and well within, these didn't happen a month ago. These maybe in a week, if that. And with that, also, you definitely get the sense that almost everybody down here is probably having nightmares and not sleeping more than, maybe an hour at a time.
As I'm going through looking for wounds, I want to see like who will be a problem when we try to leave here, like in terms of mobility. So start making mental preparations for. You might have to like have people like make like stretchers or something.
Yeah, your general assessment is everybody here can probably walk. Nobody looks like they are too wounded to be mobile. They're all ambulatory. Some of them may be weak, right?
Okay.
But for the most part, nobody is any more immobile than the rest.
Okay.
It'll probably be slow, though. There are many children of the 35. You've met 3. There's probably less than a dozen children, small children, ranging from, say, 3 or 4 up into about 10.
Okay. So basically, it's a waiting game until sunrise.
If we can find a place that's somewhat reasonable.
We're leaving anyway. It's
Yeah.
not a matter of finding a place. My bat found some caves up into the foothills, but I don't think that's necessarily going to be a solution. Our best bet is to get to the river and you to find a boat.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You're
Well,
spending
we'll
the
pass
night
out,
here?
Yeah, we'll pass out rations so that some people, the people at least, get a little bit of food in their stomach, and maybe that helps them rest a little bit. Try to get as much rest as you can. We will. We're going to try to leave tomorrow. Staying here is probably not doing any of you any good.
Now,
Matthias.
you all are also fairly tired.
Yes.
I'm going to talk to Matthias. Off to the side. Clothar, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we leave here, I need a sort of like a route where we can break them up into groups, because I'm going to need to test them. So could you find a pathway out of here that would require us to like not all be clumped up together?
I figure I could come up with something.
If you have to knock down a couple walls or something, accidentally.
Slam into a wall. Oops, sorry.
Kothar the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Graceful is my middle name.
Who am I going to pick to knock over some things accidentally? The Obsidian. Good choice. There you go. Nobody will blame him.
Voted most likely to commit property damage.
The only person that's got to sign a waiver to come visit.
Yeah, which basically means I'm going to have to find time over the next couple hours to let Falal know and Arca, so that like when we're ready to leave here, when we start leading people out of here, I'm going to have to set up a couple of life circles, and we're going to have to break up the groups enough to like escort a few of them at a time through, because the last thing we need is like a dozen of them turning into cadavermen. unexpectedly.
That would be awkward. Yes.
I hate it when that kind of thing happens.
But a few at a time, we could handle.
Okay. Have we established where we're taking them?
Nope.
Out
the
of
river.
this town
Yeah.
to the river.
Out of this town to the river. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we had at least somewhat of a plan, because
Yeah.
like, we're going to take them out of here. What, you want to take them across the street? What the hell?
Yeah, and I guess I'll be flying ahead to the river, seeing what I can find, basically.
There's bound to be ships on it. It's
Yeah.
a matter of like flying up and down the river enough to spot one.
Yeah.
Or far enough out.
Yeah. So we'll rest
If you
here.
didn't have your Zoac, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
suggested it, but
yeah.
your Zoac will make it easier.
Yeah, it seems to me like we could try and, get a couple of different ways out of town just to sort of try and make sure that we're not like one giant large target. I think that's a reasonable.
It's easier to defend
pretense.
one group.
This is true, but if we're trying to just get them out of town quickly, then it's just as far as like coming up with a pretense as to why we're getting a few of them out.
Yeah, he's saying as a pretense, we'll put them out. We'll basically move them in small groups, but to avoid drawing too much attention to a larger group via monsters, kind of thing.
Okay, I just didn't think we'd have much flexibility, but okay, cool.
I mean, basically, what you could do is sort of find a clearing out in the forest that says, okay, this is where we're all going to meet up, but we're going to do it in small groups. So that'd be easier to sort of funnel everybody there.
I was mostly
could
just
do
thinking about you're trying to, take only a small group, a couple, small groups of people through the life circles.
Well, they won't even notice the life circles unless they get bounced.
Right. But I mean, the whole point is that you wanted small groups. This is a good reasoning for these small groups kind of thing. Let's not draw attention. We're going
keep in mind, even if we do get them out here, there's always a possibility you might miss one or two. So
yeah.
I'm just hoping to eliminate any issue like that if we can.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to get them out of this corrupted place. This is gonna keep them like this.
How many total were there? 35, they said?
35.
Okay. So how big of a groups do you want to bring them out in?
5, 6 tops.
Okay.
Couple family groups at a time.
Yeah. Basically, a couple of the kids at a time with some of the adults, sort of like, what you could probably do is just kind of after your examination, arrange them in groups, kind of thing, of the way you want them to be, So some people can help the slightly more tired or the little kids, things like that. You could arrange it like that.
Anyway, we have a plan, Joe.
Yep, we got a plan.
How are you going to implement the plan? You going to get everybody out into the river first? Are you going to find a boat first?
No, the life circle part is first. It's basically we're getting them out of town first, but we're going to do it in small groups. And then basically...
Okay, Kinsley flies ahead, goes to the river, try to find a boat.
Yes.
We, the rest of us, are going to be setting up this little escort out of town toward the river. And that basically means in groups of 5 or 6, right? And I'll set up a life circle ahead of time, a couple of them, on the ground for them to lead the group through. And I'll follow up behind. If I need to, I can lay one down behind any group to keep them from running. But basically, we're going to arrange for Falal and
Kothar?
Arca.
Oh, Arca, yeah.
To escort them out in those groups of 5 or 6. I'll have we could have Kothar join them the first time too.
He could be standing sort of in the middle, like where the life circles usually are, and he's sort of like watching as they go, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's the plan. But yeah, we wouldn't expect to meet Kinsey back up with Kinsey until after
Yeah,
we get to
much
the river.
later. Yep. So I'll miss any fight, but that's fine. It's fine. Kenzie's gonna have fun flying around. It's great.
And then who is staying with the group that is not being led out?
Me.
Okay.
I
It
shall
won't
carry.
be. It's not like a super long distance. It's just a little bit into the forest, kind of just outside the town, where there may be a clearing or something, kind of thing, where we can sort of gather them. But it's little bursts of people, small groups of people,
Yep.
to avoid attention of monsters that might still be hanging around inside the town.
Okay. Is anybody trying to stay awake all night?
It was already like mostly midnight, wasn't it?
It
It's getting pretty
was
late.
like an hour or two before midnight.
Okay, yeah, it's getting pretty late. Should we? I guess we should take shifts if we want
I
to
will.
do
I'll
watches.
stay awake all night.
You don't have to. We should be able to take a watch, right? Like just a watch.
I don't recommend falling asleep in this place.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Unless you're like next to me.
Oh yeah, because you have that thing, right?
Why can't we
But
fall
even
asleep
so.
in the life circles?
We're not doing that yet.
The life circle doesn't keep corruption out. It's just going to keep horrors and constructs
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So the idea is like, look at these townsfolk, right? They've been here a month, right? Now, there's a reason they're still alive. The horror is feeding off of them. Right now. While you're watching.
Fun.
Okay? And it's doing that because it's cursed them here, right? They can't sleep. They're in despair. Their emotions are in a perpetual state of fear. And it's keeping them that way.
Right.
So we need to get them out of here. All right? That'll be the first step toward doing something about this now. I don't know if the horror has planted any undead among them, maybe, which is why we're taking the precautions we're taking. But it basically means I would not recommend falling asleep in this town unless you want to stay here.
Well, that's a good reason to not take a nap in this scary place. That's good enough for me.
We're down some recoveries. We're down some karma. We'll make it until dawn. Then we'll get the fuck out of here.
I can afford to stay up all night. I'm only down karma.
Yeah, my only issue is that it would be nice to get rid of the damn wound.
Get rid of what?
A wound.
We have wound salves.
We have restorative thingy. We have the salve.
Yeah.
Do what I did. I had 3 wounds, okay?
Yeah, in that case, then
Yeah.
we should stay awake.
Yeah. Mark went off of the group stuff. I don't know if Owen was keeping the details in a note here.
I think Owen was, but
Owen was, yeah.
It's fine. We had plenty of them, so we brought a lot with us. So okay, yeah, I guess we're staying awake.
I will put in Discord. Note to Owen.
Right.
There we go. Now I could be wrong about all this, right? You know, like, but I think this is sort of like a good general reading on how horrors operate, right? I mean, this is like the whole thing of Bloodwood. Horrors feed off of.
Don't you have a
Yes.
like a horror knowledge roll you could make to see
Yeah.
how you are? You could
But
make
I'm
a
sort
roll.
of assuming a general purpose knowledge of horror lore at this point. Because me as a player knows better. I ran hordes for too long. Oh my god.
Yeah, you just already know how they work.
Oh man. I still remember my favorite horror cursed item in my game. It was every time you fell asleep, a nearby person committed suicide, or it woke up a bunch of undead.
Or
Yeah.
okay.
If it couldn't find someone to kill themselves. So you wake up in the morning to sounds of grief. Wherever you go, somebody kills themselves.
So are you just getting up at like early dawn to go and put up the circles and stuff?
No, I'm staying awake.
I mean, I'm getting up, meaning not sleeping, but just going out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I got to do it a few minutes before everybody leaves.
Hmm.
So what I'll do is I'll go, hey, I'll go check the way out, and I'll go out real quick, and I'll cast, and then come back in. Okay, it looks like it's clear. You guys just work them out.
How many salves of closure are you using?
He only needs one, right? You
Just
only
one.
have the one wound?
Correct. Yeah, just one wound.
Oh, Joe says he's marking it off. Okay.
Yep, I found
Cool.
where they're marked at. There's 22 booster potions. You probably don't have all of those with you at the moment.
We just got a cart behind us full of our med supplies and just kind of follows as we go.
Yep.
Look, Kinsey is clearly carrying like 8 of them. What are you talking about?
It's like you're walking through the dungeon, all of a sudden you stop and you look back behind you and there's a guy standing there that wasn't there before with this huge backpack. What do you need?
It's that Mr. Deeds or whatever butler just kind of pops up out of nowhere. Somebody's hurt?
All right, everybody, I need a toughness roll for
Weapon back for
fatigue.
a crate of healing potions.
Oh, great.
Can I use Will Force?
No.
I should have slept.
I don't know what the number is, but man, it's not looking good for us.
Kothar, you're fine.
I pulled quite a few all-nighters making weapons. This is just
Yeah.
a Tuesday.
Everybody else, you are at -1. You have 1 level of fatigue.
Okay. Is there a button for that somewhere or no?
I don't know.
Modifier.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Roll modifier, right? -1 step.
And then
Just
now
under act.
for every 2 hours that you go on without sleep, it may get worse.
Oh Jesus. Okay. This is not sleeping is bad. Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Well, the target number's 7. It's not horrible.
Okay. All right.
But yes, dawn comes out. You guys can start leading groups out. Kinsey, you can step out and go fly around.
Yeah, I'm gonna head straight to the river to see, and basically looking out for boats that are on the river itself that might be able to flag down. I don't know how busy this particular river is, but we will find out soon enough.
The serpent?
Looks like a major river, so I would imagine
Yeah,
it's fairly
busy.
busy.
The point would be, are you going to fly upriver or downriver?
Will you go left or will you go right?
Wait. The creature was heading which way?
Downriver.
Yes.
We think.
River?
Where were we in comparison to the lake?
Yeah. Can you pull up the big map again real quick?
Aren't you guys? Oh, no, you're not on there. Okay.
Which
We don't.
lake?
We don't.
Okay.
So you're at the
Lake
blue dot. River travels in that direction.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Okay. Yeah. So our best guess is that it did go upriver then, right?
Downriver.
The creature he went
Down.
downriver. Okay. Yeah.
But we don't want to go.
Healy, we think it's in this area here, the Caucavic Valley,
Okay. All right.
right? That's the last reports we heard. Okay, and then
Okay.
we're up here where the
Got it.
Cayenne.
Okay. Yeah.
Cayenne,
I would go
okay.
the opposite way because if there's any boats, coming, it would be in that direction. And
There's like so much on the river, I don't think it's gonna matter that much. But.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there ought to
Also,
be plenty in this section.
how far is that?
Also, you probably know, Kinsey probably knows not to fly into Bloodwood.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm smart enough not to go to do that. Correct.
Okay, it's like right across the river from us. So.
Yep. Now, you can, as long as you can avoid detection and patrols and stuff like that.
They're really good at apologizing.
But you're not likely to find help there.
Yep. No. I'll stay on this side of the river, and then and see if I can't find a boat or a city that hasn't been burned to the ground. Something,
No cities or towns on the river, not within a short flying distance. However, you will find a boat.
Yeah. What kind of boat?
I'm trying to find it. All right. You will be looking at the moment. So Hack is staying with everybody that's still in there.
I'll be right back.
Arca, Kothar, and Flal are escorting the groups out. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Once
It's
you
the
get
plan, as I understand it.
once you get a group to where you are waiting, who is then going back?
No, I'll go back, at least on the second trip.
Okay.
Weren't we talking about doing it in increments? So don't we all have to kind of go back? Or does one of us need to stay here by the river to make sure the boat comes back? Or
I would say
I would stay with the people that we've moved out of the.
yeah, I would say at least one person staying with the group.
So, do you want to do it, Arca, or should I?
I can walk back and forth. That's fine. I'm done. Yeah, I'm awake.
I'll yeah, and I'm not, so I should go with this group.
And I figure we need somebody that's at least relatively awake to, herd the cats to their new destination.
Okay. As you Um, yeah, when is Hack going out to do his life circles?
I thought you saw that bit. Okay, so
No,
basically, before we're ready to go, I'll go quickly check, and I go out and I go cast.
Okay.
It's going to be fairly close to where we are. I'm not like setting up the life circles like way out in town.
Okay.
This is going to be like where we exit the compound area.
Okay.
Okay, and I do a quick cast, and I come running back, and I said, "It looks clear. Okay, you guys can go." And I let them go. All right, and then I stay behind.
All right. So as you are escorting them through the life circles, you don't notice any adverse effects. Nobody pauses or gets rebuked, right? So that doesn't seem to happen, at least with the first group. You guys travel now that the sun is coming up, and you can see there are, mixed in with the rubble and the ash and piles of debris, there are other bodies, people that did not make it into their refuge there. Some of them are badly burned, some of them are in pieces. Something obviously went through this place and ripped them up, but you can't really tell other than just carnage. And I'm assuming you kind of avoid going through the densest parts of that. So you get them near the river, probably a 20-minute walk into a clearing on the river. Across the river you can see the bloodwood there. You don't see any sign of Kinsey at the moment. Hack. My PDF reader is lagging.
Back.
Believe it or not, Microsoft Edge makes a pretty decent PDF reader. I was a bit surprised.
At least Edge makes something decent.
So, Jerry, you're saying we've managed to get all of the groups out,
No,
and we're
not
now
yet.
sort of like conglomerated there, or are you just saying like the first group or so, or two? Or
The first group made it out.
okay.
Let's see, there were 35. You're taking them in groups of 5 or 6, so probably 7 groups. Probably no
Rounded
more
down to
than
6.
2 kids in any particular group. Because it'd be harder for fewer adults to manage more of the children.
Sounds reasonable.
Looking at... All right. Hack, what is your mystic defense?
Uh, 12.
Okay. All right, and then Kothar comes back for the next group, I believe, and starts to lead another group. Kinsey, you are flying up and down, upriver. You don't want to go downriver. So you're flying for a bit. You're probably a few miles away from the town at the moment when you do see a ship It is a large ship. It seems to have smokestacks belching smoke, paddle wheels on the boat that seems to be moving steadily with this loud rumble of an engine. There are several Tiskrang on the deck of the ship visible as you are approaching it.
Oh, sweet. I will.
How do you wish to do this?
I will do kind of a little bit of a flyby first, not like and just yell at them. Hi, I'm Friend. Can I come aboard? I have some information and some questions for you. What?
Hi,
You gonna
I'm
shoot
Friend.
at you?
No, they don't shoot at you. A few people do spot you as you fly by, and as you
What must
shout
have?
kind of down from above, they look up. They may or may not have heard you, and they may or may not have understood you. But they don't seem to be taking any aggressive actions towards you.
Oh, yeah. I will fly down towards them.
As you get closer, it seems like one of the ones that saw you has since left and has brought somebody else out onto the open deck. So there are now 3 Tiskrang that don't seem to actually be doing anything in the process of controlling this ship. And they're watching you. They seem various states of dress. Obviously stuff that is easier to move on a ship that won't get caught in any ropes or anything. So tight-fitting clothing. They are all armed. One of them happens to be armed with 2 swords.
Okay.
And they kind of wait for you to approach.
Mm-hmm.
Do you fly down and land, or do you keep circling? What do you do?
I circle once, just trying to judge how they seem to be reacting. They're not aggressive or anything, right?
No, they're not launching spells or arrows at you, and they aren't waving their swords at you. Their swords are still sheathed.
No, I'll land. Hello. My name is Kinsey.
Hello, Kinsey.
I appreciate you letting me land on your ship. I had some information regarding some issues that happened recently.
They make a weird face. You've traveled with Tiskrang enough to know that they don't quite react quite the way other people do.
Right.
But one of them makes a face when you say that and kind of leans to the one beside him and slaps his arm. And they seem to be reacting humorously, but the one in front with the 2 swords is still just standing there. I find that we often don't have a choice in letting windlings land.
Oh, I mean, I suppose if you had told me not to, I guess I wouldn't. Would I have? I don't know. Anyway, you may be right about that. True. But anyways, I try to be polite. So, I don't know if you've noticed. Have you noticed there any problems along the river in your travels yet?
There's always problems along the river.
Big problems, like entire towns being wiped out?
Oh, yes. Just further up downstream, downriver, there happens to be remains of that.
Oh, which direction were they coming from?
They were going away from you, so they are traveling upriver. They are traveling this direction.
Okay, opposite way. Okay, go. Yeah. Well, we happened. We're actually, me and my friends, the Careful Whispers. Hopefully, excitedly, maybe you know of us. We are tracking the creature, and hoping to kill it. But we ran into some survivors. And I was hoping, if you don't mind, that maybe you could give the survivors some aid and maybe take them somewhere safe. They're in a pretty rough condition.
Hmm.
They've been apparently hiding out for like a month. And there's 35, I believe, is the exact number. I don't know how many your boat can hold, but
Well, we can hold that many.
it's the only town that we've seen survivors for so far. So, and my friends are escorting them out right now.
35, you say? Hmm?
Yes. They appear to be mostly peasantry. A couple of them might be able to use a weapon or two, but probably not with any good skill.
Seeing as how we're not terribly far from there, we can, I think, make an exception here. However, we cannot deviate from our trip too long.
Oh, where are you heading?
Upriver.
I understand. Let's see. Is there a good place to dock around the place that you can bring people aboard?
No.
Hmm.
But we can ferry people over.
Okay. Okay.
Downriver, you say? All right.
Yeah.
The
I was sort
Discrag
of
starts to shout out orders and stuff like that, and you notice that the paddle wheels begin to slow. Then they stop, and then they reverse, and the ship starts to basically go downriver backwards.
Cool.
Not very fast. The wheels are not going as fast as they were when they were going upriver.
Right.
They seem to barely be outpacing the current so that they can control themselves and actually steer slowly backwards. Several people are now standing at the stern, calling out directions.
You're awesome. Oh, what's your name?
Chris.
Christ. It's a great name. Thank you. Are you like the captain of the ship?
I am.
Captain Christ. Nice. It is a pleasure to meet you.
I bet.
And I am very grateful for your generosity.
Well, this isn't all generosity. Hopefully somebody can pay passage. But we can talk about that afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So I guess at some point, I guess we'd pick a landing spot, and then I could just fly back to make sure I get the group to that landing spot or that spot where they're
The ship eventually gets down to where you start to see people on the shore.
Oh wow! They already got them there. Sweet.
Yes. Everybody has now made it out to the shore through the life circles. Nobody went crazy and attacked anybody. Nobody acted as though the spell interacted with them negatively at all. As the ship starts to get near there, the paddle wheels once again slow and start to go in the regular direction again, just fast enough to keep pace so that the ship kind of seems like it's just stationary out there. And they start to send out a couple longboats.
All right, Captain Chris. Thank you very much. I'm going to fly back to my friends and let them know the plan. Okay.
Very well. We will have somebody over there. We can take 7, 8 at a time.
Okay, understood. And I'll fly back across the shore to the rest of them.
So yeah, everybody else is out there. The sun is coming up. Let's see, 2 hours have passed. Everybody, I need toughness rolls again. Remember your -1s if you have it.
Oh, even on the toughness roll, we have a -1.
Yep.
Oh, that's a killer.
Kothar is no stranger to lack of sleep, apparently.
Oh, look, Kenzie's doing pretty good this time around.
You got to meet new people. You're excited. This is
Yeah, it woke her up.
You're an extrovert. You get energy by doing things.
All right. Only Heck seems to feel a little more fatigued at this point.
There's all that spell casting. Wear yourself out a little bit.
There's all the spell casting, you know. But yeah, you guys are out there. You don't see Kinsey, but then after a bit, you see a ship starting to back its way downriver. And it kind of seems to take up position, mostly stationary, keeping up with the current, probably about 20 yards offshore. And several Tiskrang seem to lower a ferry, a longboat of some sort, hop on it, and they begin kind of paddling their way over.
Guys, as I fly across. guys, look, I found a ship. Do you see it? It's cool, isn't it? And the captain's name is, he's a Tiskrang, and he's cool, and his name is Captain Christ, and he's really cool, and he's been very nice to take these people with him. Possibly for some compensation. I'll leave that. We didn't really discuss that.
We'll make it work.
Much.
Jesse, I think your mic is really low.
Flaw and Hack, and no, not Hack. Arca and Flaw can make me half magic tests with perception.
Do they need to make half magic?
They don't need to, but they can.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
I'm just saying,
Am
like,
I doing
don't-
half
if it's
magic
going
or
where I think you're going, I don't think they need half magic. The reactions would be fairly obvious.
As I said, am I doing half magic or am I doing perception?
Half magic with perception. You'll need
You'll-
to pick.
Yeah, I'll ask for an attribute.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that because y'all said it at the same time. What?
Click the half magic button, and when it asks you which attribute, select perception.
Thank you. I don't do half magic often.
No, but for this thing, the markings on the ship indicate that it is a ship out of House Ishkarat. They are not.
You just spoke Gaelic at me. What the hell does that mean?
They are one of the Tiskrang houses. They are not necessarily allied with Thrall, but they are also not allied with Thera either. They are a bit antagonistic towards some of the other Tiskrang houses, though.
Well, I'm not with a house, so I'm not all that worried about it. How much?
Right
does
now,
mean
it's just getting people over.
Is Falal part of a house?
Yes, House Seslakai, the one up in the Thrall Mountains. But that doesn't really have much of an interaction with any of the river-based houses, aside from maybe Vistriman.
Yeah, the different river houses are Sirtis, Ishkarat, Vistramon, Contention, and there's one more, isn't there?
And you okay?
The Combras is up along the up by Kratos.
That's right, Takambras and Hengyoke, yes. They each control a section of the river. There is an agreement that basically lets them each travel across the river, right? Before they used to have massive conflicts. But Ishkarat doesn't necessarily play friendly with that.
Yeah, so we should probably plan on getting off before we get to Eidolon if we can if that's a possibility.
I don't think that'll be a problem because I'm not getting on that ship.
Oh no, we're not getting on the ship. It's just them. We're going elsewhere.
Right.
They're not going to let me on.
Good point.
Too. I just keep asking the simple question of how much.
I mean, we didn't negotiate anything. You know me; I'm not terrible at negotiations. That's your job.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking them. The people who are driving the boat.
Yeah.
I think if I'm standing at the shore and I can see them, I can communicate.
No,
I hope.
The captain's not here. You have to discuss that with the captain.
Yeah. The two Tiskrang brought the ship over, and they kind of see all the people. They cast very disparaging looks over towards Hack. And obvious so. They're not trying to hide the fact either. They are being very overt about it.
Poor Hack.
And then they, who would like to come aboard to negotiate?
I guess I can do that.
You can do that, or I can do it. I don't think it matters one way or the other. The question is, are they going to let you come back?
Tell me you've cinnamon.
Well, I can either swim or glide from the deck, so...
Right. Yep. I'll go over with you too, just to keep an eye on you.
All right, so you get over there, and the captain kind of meets you on deck and kind of, is looking over at the group. Oh, they're probably going to need more meals. They don't look all that healthy, but we can get them to the next village, I think. And then let's do an interaction test for the negotiation. If you have haggle, you may roll haggle. Otherwise, it's charisma. As you start getting to numbers.
Which one of y'all has haggle?
Not me. I'm just here for the moral support.
I have it, but I didn't go because the other Tiskrang wanted to go.
That's fine. He has charisma, right?
Yeah, charisma.
Yes.
Well, we all have charisma.
Hopefully a better one than mine. Oh. Fun. See, look. Good job haggling.
All right. So you guys are talking and getting prices, and basically they want 1 silver per person that they're going to travel.
That's it.
They don't know how rich we are, so hush.
That seems fair.
It actually seems low, you think?
Oh yeah.
They're lowballing us?
Oh yeah. No, that's definitely low. Like it should probably be at least 3 to 5, I would think.
Yeah.
I was leaning closer to 10, just to feed them and transport them.
Are you sure they're on the up and up?
Yeah, this is making me wonder, right?
Probably.
Am I about to be great leaping onto a boat and just being like, "This is my boat now," and whacking people?
Yeah, I just worry. I mean, they don't. There's nothing that suggests that they would necessarily be interacting with Therans, but it makes me wonder. Like, are we sending people to? Are we selling people off here, basically?
No, are they slavers? Oh God. Well, no, I didn't mean to.
No, I don't know, but I can't. I'm having a hard time thinking of a reason why they would lowball us
Ask them.
if it weren't something like that.
Watch this. If Kinsey had flown like 30 more feet, she would have seen the next town.
I got no problem selling them into slavery.
No,
And that's
Fringy
probably
does.
why they looked at you sideways about letting you on their boat.
no disrespect.
Oh, that's Ishrat.
But that seems mighty generous.
Give me another charisma test to basically get a sense of their reaction here.
I don't know. I mean, can we talk for just a bit, like back and forth here? I have empathic sense. I'd like to see if I can manage that.
I mean, could that have been used during the actual conversation, back and forth a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, probably, right? I mean,
Let me see it. Go ahead and roll it. Let's see, versus social defense. Yes, it is kind of low, but you get the sense, and they don't come out right and say it, but in their words and mannerisms, they don't really expect many of them to survive the trip. Based on the looks of them. So they while they would be happy to gouge you and pay for passage, they're also basically thinking that they are transporting corpses.
The great serpent will feed.
So they don't necessarily seem to have any ill intentions, but they don't have very optimistic.
gotcha.
Okay.
So they're just not being. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
That's better. Yeah.
And I'll go with that.
And also, having gone through here and suspecting what might be the issue is, they also think that there may be a chance that they may have to slaughter them at any given moment too.
Potentially true.
If, some horror-marked person decides to attack the crew or whatever.
Right. So as long as they're thinking that, and that's a problem, then that's fine because we know it shouldn't be.
Well, I don't think it. I don't think the circle would have blocked someone horror marked, would they?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. It's too low of a circle spell to give you that kind of advantage.
Yeah. So we'll make sure they
So yeah, the negotiation comes down to 35 silver because that's how many of them there are.
Okay. Yeah, just take it out of the party fund. So.
Yeah, exactly. Send them on their way.
Yeah,
Thank
Max,
you very much, Captain Chris. You are a wonderful person, and hope to see you do business with you again one day.
Indeed.
After we kill the creature that did all this.
I will be looking forward to hearing of that tale.
Oh, it'll be exciting, I'm sure.
I don't know where the party fund is.
I don't know where that is, honestly.
Max,
We'll figure it out. 35. Yeah, we'll note it somewhere. It's fine.
But yeah, they start to ferry people over and they bring you back.
Good luck, peoples. And as I yell at everybody.
Some of them kind of wave. A lot of them just seem too out of it.
Well, at least they're out of that area, and maybe we can get some sleep on the ship and stuff. And who knows? Maybe they'll be okay. Maybe.
Or in a few days, a derelict ship will pass you by downriver.
Oh, you curse Captain Christ and his crew.
why are they putting weights on their legs and directing them to the front of the ship? Ooh. I didn't know you could use them as anchors like that. Oh, and some of them are reflective. They're probably going to use them for fishing.
Look, we were trying to be helpful, and that's the best that we can do right now. And so it was Captain Christ, and he seems to be doing what he can do, and then that's all we can do. And then whoever survives, survives. If we had left them there, they would have died. So regardless, even if one or two survived, that's one or two that would survive longer than if we had left them.
And probably denying a horror its meal is probably a good thing too.
Yeah,
possibly. I don't know if Arca, Hack, or Flaw wants to correct Kinsey, but the captain is not a he.
Oh, whoops! Was it a she? My bad.
Nobody would expect a windling to really know the difference.
Probably does not. I'm assuming the village that the captain mentioned he saw destroyed was this village, correct? Or is there a different village? No, this wasn't on the river, right?
This one, and basically the one a bit further south.
Okay.
It's not on the river, but it's close to the river, so it was definitely visible from the river.
Right. Especially if there were fires and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So he didn't mention any other issues further down that he's noticed.
No.
Okay. Cool. All right. Hack. Is this a good place for us to rest at some point, or should we travel a little bit more? I don't know how clean the place is.
I'd like to get something over our heads.
I can do astral sight. I forgot. I want to see how bad it is. Just because I can.
Roll astral sight.
And that's when Kinsey went blind.
I'm excited. Kinsey's excited.
Yes, you can see just how corrupted this place is.
Even at the water's edge?
Bad, yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is not a good place.
That icky feeling.
I don't think anywhere around here is going to be a good place to sleep.
Yeah, it almost looks like visible bits of ash kind of floating through astral space and stuff.
Yeah, how are we going to find a good place to sleep?
Northeast along the river.
Do what?
Northeast along the river. Let's walk. Start going.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm tired, so I summon up a spirit mount.
We're all tired. That's what I'm saying. We need to find a place for us to rest now that we got those people out. But I don't know where else we can find it.
Summon up your own spirit mounts then.
Yeah.
I have a mount. I don't have to summon a spirit mount.
You guys can start traveling north along the river, basically between the mountains and the shore. As you get up into that area, there's not a whole lot of space for villages or towns. It's easily walkable, but
I'm guessing
nothing to have had problems. There's no towns or anything here for at least a few hours.
What about
Not
on the
looking for
other side of the
towns.
river? We don't see anything on the other side of the river?
Not in a few hours, no.
Okay.
You can try to
Wanna
swim
be
across if you wish.
No.
out of this corruption. So
Right.
let's get further northeast here along the river.
I mean, if we're following the creature, his corruption is just coming with us, right? I mean, we're just going deeper into it, right? We're not going to find rest in this area.
Oh, shit, I
Like,
forgot.
likely the corruption is going to be worse in places that they did
We-
stuff.
Right.
Right?
Okay. I
Just
see.
passing through isn't likely to be as corrupted.
Okay. So if we can find a place that's far enough away, then
Yeah.
we should be able to rest, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it,
Okay.
it takes really nasty stuff so that just their passing corrupts astral space that badly.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go down a few miles, basically, maybe 2 or 3, 2 or 3 hours. I think.
Go up
it
into
is.
the foothills, boys.
Yeah, we could actually go up a little bit into the foothills
Mm-hmm.
and find a little clearing and just set up a camp.
You can do that. Probably just before midday, you see a spot up in the hills that not really a cave or anything, but a overhang, so where you can actually get some shelter from the sun. Back up against the wall, easy overlook, so you can see if anything does approach. It is flat enough that you can make beds and rest.
Yes, sleep.
Yep.
I don't know how much wilderness creatures are out here, but I could try to find something to hunt and see if I can find some food for us, because we used a lot of our rations.
Why are you so eager to hunt?
I like hunting. What do you do not
Well,
like
then
hunting?
don't ask for permission. Go do it.
Okay, cool. I jump on Misty and fly around looking for something to hunt.
Hack is just going to spread out his bedroll of comfort and then pass out.
Okay.
I think it's wilderness survival for hunting stuff, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want a meal for us so that we're not going through our rations, because I know as we get closer to other stuff, then hunting may not be a problem, or may be more of an issue. So might as well do the hunting while we have a chance.
All right, go ahead and roll your wilderness survival.
10.
With a 10, you get, I think it's what? You can feed one person plus 1 per success.
I'm gonna boost her wilderness survival a little bit next time next time I spend karma or spend that points.
One person per day per success. You don't quite find 2. So you can find not a whole lot in the way of animals, but there are a few berries and things like that that you can find up here. So
Okay.
you do find 1 day's worth of food for 1 person.
Oh, that's sad. I come back with a very sad thing.
Yeah, a few, probably a few mice, but definitely not enough to feed everybody.
This place is terrible for hunting. All right, Flo, you want some berries and mice?
Sure.
There you go. All right.
I guess Kinsey's too good to eat berries and mice.
Well, she eats less, so she's just gonna eat a little bit of her rations, and then that's it. It's fine. Yeah.
All right. How long are you guys going to rest? You gonna like just pass out for the rest of the day?
Yeah, I think we're sleeping. We're exhausted, and
Okay.
we're going to need the rest if we're going to fight anything else. So,
All right. So you guys can make watches and fall asleep.
sure, yeah, we'll make watches.
Let me see here.
I'll be first watch since she's already pretty excited. The ship got her really super excited. Or are we going to get an encounter, or do we get to rest?
No, you get to rest.
Woot.
Hack, however, has some nightmares. Hack, you have no trouble sleeping, but you have nightmares of horrific events or scenes that you've witnessed in the past. And I need a willpower roll, a willpower
Blue
test.
sky. Well, can I use will force?
No. I don't believe so.
Is it horror related?
Yes, it is.
That was a really crappy roll for the willpower, but let me see what my karma can do. Didn't give me the option.
Oh wow,
Ah, that's pretty bad.
that's
This is
very
gonna be
bad.
interesting.
That is very
Yeah.
bad.
They didn't even include the -2 from the fatigue.
Yeah, will forces for effect tests. You, because of your nightmares, you do recover your fatigue. Everybody that you sleep more than 8 hours, you guys are tired. Takes you 12 hours to get back 1 level of fatigue. Since you are passing out midday and you're sleeping through the night, you can get back 2 levels of fatigue for Hack. However, you don't get back any recovery tests.
Oh,
Okay.
the rest of us are okay.
Yes.
I guess I should do this real quick. Really? Whatever. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, now I can heal. Now I can do the new day. There we go. I'm happy now.
Let's see, who else happens to be awake? Flaw. During one of your watches, you notice Hack seems to be tossing and turning and that sort of thing. Like somebody is obviously in a nightmare, sweating, you know, strange noises.
I'm gonna go over and actually see if I can rouse him.
He doesn't seem to wake up when you try to rouse him.
I let others know, the next person know who's got the next watch.
So
I'll
just kind of keep an eye on them.
Yeah, you guys can all keep an eye on him. Nothing, you don't seem to notice anything trying to wake him up. Doesn't seem to work. I mean, a gentle trying to wake him up. You could probably definitely force awake with effort.
I guess I asked, the next person if we want to try and do that. Whoever's got the next watch. I don't want to wake anybody else up just for that, but we'll see. Just see what other people, who the next person is, whatever they think.
Question is, who would be the next person after your watch? I had first watch. I knew that. So pick someone. Because you asked Kenzie, you know what would happen. I would absolutely shake him awake. But,
I guess what if it's Arca, then we talk about it, figure it out, decide what do we think we should get him up.
Arca's like, huh? What?
Concerned. A little concerned about making him up or about not waking him up, considering what's been going on in the area in general.
Arca, did you catch that?
Yeah.
Do you think? Should we really try and rouse him a bit?
Well, are we sure he's just not tired? I mean, he did do a lot of work yesterday.
Yeah, he did a lot of work, but I hopefully would think that that's just, he'd be dead to the world rather than tossing and turning. Yeah, I think I'm going to wake him up. I'm just going to try a little harder here.
Okay. You can definitely spend extra effort here. Maybe splash a little water or something, but he wakes up.
What? What?
Heck, you weren't looking good. You okay?
Huh?
You were
I was
tossing,
sleeping.
making all sorts of noise. I was worried about you.
I was having a nightmare. It's a rather amateurish one. I think the horde's trying a little too hard. I mean, there wasn't any blue sky in it at all.
The most terrifying thing ever for you. Yep.
Right. Yeah. Would have been terrifying for me.
Can I go back to sleep now?
Yeah, if you're fine. Yeah.
Cool. Hack goes back to sleep.
All right, Hat goes back to sleep. Those awake, he doesn't seem to be tossing and turning as much, but he definitely doesn't seem to have a very restful sleep.
Until I've got reason to think that the Neithermancer is somehow not aware or whatever that he should not be feeling a particular way with regard to the horror, I'll trust him.
So everybody else sleeps on and off for the rest of the day and through the night. With watches, nothing seems to approach. Nothing. A few ships pass by the river in the night. Not the one that took the people, but there are a few others that seem to be traveling upriver. So that happens in the night. Other than that, morning comes. Everybody can do a new day except Hack. You get your karma, but you don't get your recoveries.
Do I still have to spend a morning recovery?
Yet if you have one, yes. If you're wounded
Okay.
and have one, rather.
No, I'm damaged from strain.
Yes, if you're damaged and have a recovery, yes, you must spend it. So everybody else, if you have damage and or wounds, spend a recovery for your first of the day.
I'm good. So how long are we letting Hack sleep for?
Oh, we all
Morning.
slept. Yeah, we all slept till we basically slept for like just over 12 hours.
Well, what I'm saying is would I have time to do my little fire dance thing?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you would.
In the morning, yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, that's what I was talking
Yeah.
about.
Do your fire thing. No problem.
I'm trying to. Fire blood.
I've been listening to that Ed Sheeran song, I See Fire, too much. Makes me think about this.
Too many skills related to fire.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Joe, I'm going to go for 2 additional recoveries.
All right.
Who here needs to spend a few hours meditating?
I need a half hour
Nobody
to set
else
myself
wants-
on fire.
Nobody else wants to raise a talent?
What I have 7. I have
Because
7,000.
if somebody else, let's keep going. But otherwise,
All right. Fire
could raise one.
heal. Your target is a 12.
Okay, you know how I made the joke of setting myself on fire? It may not be a joke in a second.
Yeah, I could use some time to raise a talent. I would do it.
Oh, damn it.
Did you set yourself on fire?
Right.
well, let's plan on a late morning start.
So I
and
take
You take a
damage.
wound,
Yep, I take a wound
and
and I
you
take
take
1 damage.
1 damage. The difference
You give
between the
yourself a
result.
wound if you fail? Man,
Yes.
this is rough.
Yeah. The funny thing is I can set the higher I go, the more it's difficult it gets. He just happened to roll well on that die.
Yeah.
And I don't get the recoveries either. So
Yeah, you didn't even roll that great on yours though, so that's part of it too.
yeah, now you can't raise a talent.
What now?
I can't raise a talent.
And now we can't raise one.
Yeah, that's
even
true.
if you did want to take advantage of that option.
But yeah, I have some legend points to raise a talent.
Yeah, I can do one.
You can try again, I guess. If you're willing to
Again?
risk it. Yeah, it doesn't say you can only try it so many times a day or anything.
I know, but I'm not going to try it again because we got work to do.
Yes, but they're now
I have a hard enough time hitting stuff. I don't need more wounds.
They're now spending 8 hours meditating.
No, 4, right?
No, 8.
Oh. Yep.
8 hours to raise a talent.
There we go. My unarmed combat is now a little higher too. I can actually hit the better.
I did melee weapons, so you know.
Probably should have done a void blow instead, but who knows?
Best defense, good offense.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if that date is updated correctly. Is the Throlic date updated?
Oh, hold on. I don't
Just
think
noticed it.
so.
I think that's when we left. It's been a couple of days, I believe, at least.
Let's see. I will. Okay, now it's updated. It's the 9th.
Okay. So it's a couple of days.
Yeah, that was when you left. You traveled. You rested. You traveled the next day. So yeah, second day since you guys have pretty much left.
All right. Cool.
Okay, late afternoon. We can probably get some travel time in for a few hours at least.
Yes, you can. Are you going to swim across the river at any time, or are you staying on this side skirting the mountains?
This is a pretty big river, right?
I would stay on this side. But that's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, I guess stay on the side of the mountains. I mean, unless there's a reason, like unless we notice something over there that might draw our attention. But at the moment, I don't see any reason to get across the river here. I guess given the layout of the map, it looks like, I mean, we don't know where he's going yet, you know?
You had rumors that they were in the Kakavik Basin there.
Right. But we don't know what he's doing
And
there.
on foot, that's going to be over a week, possibly 2 weeks.
Yeah. We'll pick up a boat ride eventually.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if we can't flag a boat going that direction and see if we can't get some assistance if there's a boat going that direction.
Okay. It is 3 days. Or are you going to raise a talent once a day, or no?
I don't need to, but if the others do, I will. Pause.
I wouldn't say no, but it's not a priority.
I'd probably only be able to do one more with the points I have anyways. So
Yeah, I agree. So I'd say let's just keep going.
Okay. So full day's travel is 3 days. You guys, I don't know, kind of get to this little corner here. And partway through, let me update the party date. A few hours after you guys have started for the morning, a ship is coming upriver.
No, we want to go downriver. Unless it's like clearly a House Sirda ship.
Yeah, you guys can identify it. This one does seem to be House Sirtis.
Oh. Kinsey, go say hi.
okay. And I'll do what I did before and fly around the ship.
As you circle around this time now, people are actively waving at you.
Hi, I'm coming down.
They make space. This one is not a paddle wheel ship. This one is actually a sailing ship.
Okay, I land. Hi, I'm Kinsey from Careful Whispers. How are you?
Kinsey. They don't seem to recognize you at all.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're out of like Bartertown and stuff like that. But anyway, we were hoping we could catch a ride with you if you don't mind.
You say we, and they start to look around.
There's more in the there's more over there and off by the mountain.
Catch a ride? Where are you headed to?
Just into the what is it called? Shakovic?
Basin.
Kakavik. Okay, yeah, into the basin over there.
Oh. And how many?
6, right? Wait, 7? My brain isn't working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, yes.
6. Yeah, 6. 6 and a couple of pets.
This might be doable. Where they're kind of looking off to the shore and not seeing anybody at the moment.
I point. They're over there.
All right. Well, I guess. Can you get? You kind of point over there, and well, I guess let's finish traveling until we see somebody.
Okay. I'll fly up in the air, trying to wait to sort of give everybody a thumbs up, even though no one can possibly see me. But that's okay. She would do it anyways.
Tiskrang are swinging through the rigging and hoisting sails, and there seems to be one kind of standing near the helm in robes, chanting, and with a snapping of sails, a wind gust seems to fill the sail, and it starts to move again.
Yeah, over
Faster.
There. Good job. Yeah.
20 minutes later, you guys see a ship kind of coming around a bend in the river.
The same ship coming back around the bend.
No, this one's coming. It was coming upriver.
Right, but I thought you said
it didn't
we
pass
were
you.
Traveling south. 3 days later, we saw a ship on the river, and it seemed to be Cirrus.
Yeah, it was coming
upriver.
upriver.
Went out to catch it, right?
So I misspoke. It's coming closer.
Okay.
It was still up ahead of you guys.
It could have traveled around the bend while we were waiting.
But it kind of pulls up, hoists anchor.
Hey, guys! They said we could catch a ride. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name?
I am Captain Nakata.
Captain Nakata said we could catch a ride. Thank you,
Captain Nakata. What's the name of the ship?
Ambrose.
Of the Ambrose. Captain Nakata of the Ambrose. Permission to come aboard?
By all means, we'll send a boat. They do so.
This is awesome. So, have you seen anything weird? Well, no, wait. You were coming from the same direction we came from. Never mind. You wouldn't have noticed anything that we didn't already see.
No, we were heading up to investigate something that we've heard about.
Oh, are you talking about all the burned out villages and stuff?
Yes.
Oh, we were investigating the same thing.
He kind of looks. Oh, you're coming from there then?
Well, we came from the same direction you came from.
No.
Oh, wait. No. Oh, okay. See, I'm getting myself confused of directions as well. I apologize. See, your directions confused my brain. So they're coming from the place we're going.
They're going in this direction.
Okay, thank you.
You're going in that direction.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we're heading in that direction. Did you find anything? Somebody's phone?
Somebody's music.
Oh, if you can hear it, sorry. It's on my bed.
There was a dance party on the ship. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did you find over there? We were tracking the same thing, I guess.
We haven't gotten there yet to investigate.
Oh.
We heard reports that there was a village up ahead, which is where we were headed to.
Yes, there was a village. It is no longer there. But there were a handful of survivors that we caught passage on a terrain ship, and they were going to get dropped off at the next available village. There weren't that many, though.
That is something, I guess.
Yeah, they were in really rough shape. Apparently, they've been hiding out for like a month.
Yeah, a merchant ship recently came in and said something, so we were going to investigate. But if there's nobody there anymore,
You went through the so you went through the whatever valley, whatever you want to call it. My brain doesn't basin and basin.
We're coming from House Syrtis.
Oh, okay. Yes. Did you notice anything on the way so far, or no?
No.
Maybe we should go back then. We're tracking a horror.
They all kind of edge away from the Windling.
Oh wait, we're not supposed to talk about that. Whoops. We're tracking. Well, we think it might be. We don't know for sure what it is exactly. It's a creature of some sort that's caused this, and we believe it's gone into the basin.
He kind of looks over his shoulder off in that direction, even though it's not visible. I see. That is
We don't know.
troubling.
We don't know what its motives are in there as of yet. But our hope is that we can destroy it.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
Does that
I
change
think
your
we
mind?
can. No, actually. Where do you wish to go?
Not sure yet where it might have stopped. We'll somewhere at a good midway point where we can kind of explore an area to see if it moved beyond here. It's been a while, so we were wondering if it moved past this. But if Syrtis hasn't seen anything, I imagine they would have noticed if something like that came through. So maybe it's probably still in the basin somewhere in the forest area.
All right. Yes, we can drop you off along the way then.
Yeah, we just kind of gives a little bit of a view of the area and stuff, and we'll see if we can't find a good spot where we can do a little bit of exploring in the basin. I guess it might be good for you to give a heads up to Syrtis regarding the issue if there's something there. It's whatever it is. It has wiped out several towns and villages already.
Heading downstream, downriver. It'll take 5 days to get to Syrtis.
Okay, so somewhere around the mid part, like that area, the 3-4 days mark.
Yes.
Unless we notice something, of course, along the way.
You don't mind sleeping on deck, do you?
No, of course not.
Very well. We weren't really prepped to take on passengers, but we'll do what we can.
We greatly appreciate it.
And they get everybody on board. Once you get onto once the little boat gets next to the ship, they drop like a plank on ropes so that you guys ride it up like a bench. Those that need to. Those that can't fly. The animals take some getting some workarounds to get up there, but they can get up there. And probably about an hour later.
Captain, are you confused about anything by the Windling yet?
The captain kind of pauses, looking at you. They don't seem as derisive as the other ship's crew.
Yeah, I know.
Confused, not necessarily. Apparently you're tracking a horror and you think you might be able to kill it. The fact that it's heading closer to home is troubling, so we will gladly take you and drop you off where you wish to go.
Well, that's much appreciated. If there's anything unusual along that Cockhavik Basin, that'd be a good spot. Otherwise, halfway, I guess.
Yes, we weren't looking for anything troubling in there, so we may have missed something. But now that we know that's the direction it was going, we will also keep an eye out for things.
We could also send the Wendling out to scout near the shore.
Yep, I'm all good with that.
So yeah, about an hour later, everybody's on board. They are turning the ship around, and there is an elementalist helping to provide propulsion.
Fancy.
And you guys are off downriver. There's not a
And I get
whole
to
lot of
pitch in because
space.
I have sailing.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of space. The crew is fairly large. There's room to get up and around on deck, but not wander around too much. The people are rather friendly as you approach. They're offering, food and stuff like that as you are on board.
Ooh,
We don't have much to share, but then again, we're not too far out of our home port, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, we kind of gave a lot of our rations to the survivors, so
No
don't
worries
mind.
there.
Awesome, thank you.
Not far.
Apart from Certus, they came out of Certus.
I would have thought this would have been far.
It's a few days. I mean,
as far as boat travel is concerned, it's not far.
Well, they were planning on heading to the villages that we just left, so they were planning on going for another few days, and then so they had already planned. They turned around.
They're cutting their journey shorter than they planned.
Yeah,
and they're going in the downriver now.
Yep.
But yeah. And don't worry, if we do succeed at killing it, we'll make sure Certus is notified.
And now that they know that a horror is involved, their elementalists can kind of shorten that trip by a day.
Yes, because this is like, let's get home. I don't want to be out here with a horror.
So yeah, you guys can find a spot to kind of hang out on deck. Several of the Tiskrang pass by, and they engage in small talk when they can, but they seem to be mostly too busy to stop and socialize too much. Helping with the sailing definitely is appreciated though. And about 2 days later,
we should have at least a 1 8-hour rest to do a talent raise, right? If we want to.
Now, yes.
On the ship, yeah, because we're not really doing anything.
Let's see, this was midway in the day, so 3 total. Those that aren't wounded or damaged.
We'll probably only be able to do 1, but sure.
Hack, you still do not get. Hold on, let me see. Let me verify.
Oh, is he still having nightmares?
I was going to ask.
How do I get that
Because
one?
it's already been 3 days, but I was going to ask.
Yeah, while you were traveling on land, you were still having nightmares. Now that you are on your ship, you don't seem to be on that first night. However, when you wake up the next morning, somebody else is mentioning nightmares.
Who?
One of the crew.
Ah. Okay.
Oh, hey, I can do 2. I guess I'll do avoid blow to be somewhat defensive here. That'd be helpful, right?
You can do 2 what?
2 talents.
Oh, you're trying to do it on the ship?
Yeah. I mean, we're doing not doing much except kind of keeping an eye out and stuff anyway. So. Yeah, there we go. All right. And I will, the day I'm not, like, as we get closer, that last day, I'll just spend the first 2 days doing that. That last day, I'll do a couple of scouting onto the shore just to kind of get an idea, see if I see anything odd or anything like that. Some sign of the passage of the horror or anything like that?
There is sign, basically in the flora and fauna definitely seems to be reminiscent of how it was outside of that Kaer when you first went in there.
Okay.
Further in through the trees, you do catch sight of dead animals, and one particular seems to be walking even though it's dead.
Yep, we've experienced that one before. Okay. I'll let the boat keep going, but I'm waiting to see at what point that sort of trend seems to stop. Like maybe he turned deeper into the forest, or does it look like he's heading to Certus? That would be very bad.
No, it does not seem to be there. So that, yeah, on the second day, after, right as you're coming around the bend here, starting to turn south, is when it seems to stop. And through astral sight, looking around, the astral space in the area seems to start to clear up.
Captain, I believe this is the good spot. It looks like it traveled further into the forest from here, not towards Certus.
That's a relief. Very well, and he starts shouting orders to get the ship to slow down and weigh anchor so they can start to disembark you. They try to get as close as they can to land.
Privately, I will whisper to the captain so he doesn't freak out the crew. This thing has a tendency to bring dead things back to life, and including animals. So the forest may be pretty treacherous for a little while. Just giving you a heads up.
Thanks for the warning.
I figured warning him would be good, giving Certus some information about, what's going on. What to expect in case they try to send somebody out, in case we all die,
So they kind of get close to the ship. There's a inlet there that's a little deeper so they can get a little closer.
Okay.
But they can drop the boat and shuttle you to shore.
Thank you for the trip, ride, Captain, and the supplies. We appreciate it, and we'll notify Certus if whatever comes of our investigation.
Good luck.
Okay, Joe, you didn't clarify whether I'd be getting my recoveries back.
Oh, yes. After the second day on the ship.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to do on the ship, other than help sail, I believe I have a core pattern item of the horror on me.
Okay.
So I would have to begin investigating the pattern of the grimoire that was used to summon it. I already know the name of the horror. So using those two, I will begin researching the possibility of weaving a thread to the grimoire, as a pattern item for the horror.
Okay.
And whether or not it might be possible for my teammates to do so as well. So that's what I'm going to be investigating during the rest of the boat journey.
Okay.
Instead of raising talents and stuff.
Let's take a 10-minute break.
Deal with the kids.
I will look a few things up.
Okay.
It's almost 8 o'clock here, so 2 minutes after the hour.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost 8 here.
All right. I'll be back then.
I think Joe wants page 228.
Alright, we are back. Alright, for the research, this is a core pattern item. The difficulty is going to be pretty high.
Okay. I don't have research.
It
I have,
is,
like-
hold on.
I thought I had the key knowledge item to begin with. Key knowledge thing.
Yes, you do. I
That's
mean, in order to thread weave it to make the attempt. Let's see here.
Having it as a skill
Oh,
wouldn't help,
It
correct?
needs an item history test.
It says it can, right? So it says like can be studied in order to use the key knowledge that it contains. Learning key knowledge of pattern the same as learning the key knowledge of any other magic item. Okay. Use the item history talent to learn which knowledge to know, right? But I already know the knowledge, I think.
Yeah, you do.
Right. So it's a matter of determining the mystic defense of the item, which is probably going to be the same as the horror at least. And then
Yeah.
I can try to weave to it.
Yes, you may
but
attempt to weave to it.
I assume, though, that it would be like sort of a process that would take me a couple days of studying the true pattern of it and finding out, like, you know, how valid my knowledge is, that sort of thing.
Yes, you know the name. You can verify the name because the name is in here. It's almost like this was, besides just being a grimoire, it was purposefully researching this horror too.
Yep. Hell, I assume he had the page for summoning the horror out while he was summoning the horror.
Yep. And what this will let you do.
So it was up to you to determine whether it was like a minor, major, core. I kind of figured it could have been a core, but maybe not. It's a summoning item, so maybe major.
Yeah, probably major. So as a major item, keep skipping the page.
This is probably why I'm never going to reach 7th circle. It's not that bad, actually. They're treated as novice, what do you call it? Pattern items for the sake of cost.
Yeah, as a
it doesn't
major
mean-
item, you can
Yeah.
weave it to increase up to 3 abilities when you are interacting with the horror. Just like a group pattern item.
Right.
You can do any talent, any defense. You can improve your wound threshold when you're dealing with
Mystic
the horror,
armor,
mystic
durability.
armor, durability. So everybody can weave up to 3 different items with this. 3 different abilities.
Okay. Now, that being said, I'm going to highly suggest everybody, before we meet this thing, weave a thread to your mystic defense.
Weave a thread to
But
what?
you could choose physical, but I'm just saying mystic might be the thing to do.
Yeah. Going after this horror, this book, you can weave threads to it as though it's a group pattern item for bonuses or abilities while you are interacting with the horror. These are, you spend legend points on them, you boost it. Unfortunately, if the horror is ever defeated, the legend points are then lost.
Loss. So it's a question of whether you want to be like a dead adept or a successful one with fewer legend points. Might come down to that.
So we can weave a thread to the book.
Yes.
I have to like teach you the name though. So I do. But yeah. So just like your group pattern item gives you advantages while you're part of the group, this one will give you advantages when dealing with this horror.
I mean, it's technically
I'm going to take mystic defense for my
it's
first.
technically weaving that to the horrors pattern, right? But
Yep.
using the item as the focus, just like with the group pattern, right?
Yes. And in this case, it will also take a thread weaving roll to beat the Mystic defense. And it follows the same limitations. These count as extra threads. So if your thread weaving is not higher than the amount of current threads you have woven, you can't do it.
Correct.
Okay. Interesting.
There. Did you figure out what the spells the Mystic defense is, Joe?
I have an idea, but
Let me know when. This is what you ideally want to do with anything really powerful, like albeit like a dragon enemy, horror enemy, even like a really powerful like group enemy, like I don't know, a secret society that you're trying to take down or something.
So, what do you suggest for horror hunting on the?
Other than your basic talents, Mystic Defense is going to be a liability here. So, because you can do all 3 defenses, right? So, Mystic would be like your number 1 defense. Social would be your second target, and then third physical. I don't even know if it'll attack you physically. I don't know. But then there's like Mystic Armor is also really good, and then your talents. And it raises like a novice talent. So it starts at 100, which is chump change it right now. But it can escalate up to 9 ranks if you get your third reading that high.
Oh, okay.
just for sake of contrast, imagine, I don't know, somebody who's like really pissed at you gets a core pattern item of yours, weaves 15 thread ranks to his his attack ability against you, and he's like rolling step 40. You're like, what the hell? What can you do?
I see. Okay, so this will give us a bonus, like in particular against his stuff. Is that basically the idea?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you raise a talent, it'll give you a step bonus every time you try to deal with it.
Okay.
So if you did unarmed combat, you would get a bonus to unarmed combat only when attacking that horror.
Oh, okay. I got you.
If you did a defense, you get any defense when that horror is attacking you.
Right. Okay.
It's not a general bonus when you're like the group pattern. And okay, I have the Mystic defense. So go ahead and roll.
Okay. I can't use that Nethermancy. I got to use my other Nethermancy.
What would be a good number for Mystic defense against a horror, anyways?
It depends on the horror. Like, if it's against somebody like Version Arm, you're fucked. Doesn't matter. But
yeah,
if it's
but
like,
I mean, are we
there's
talking
something
about
like with a step, like,
12,
I don't know,
20?
20 or 22 spellcasting ability, then you're going to want a Mystic defense that can, like, stand up to attacks of 22, 20 for regular, plus its karma. So probably higher if you can.
You're talking about a Mystic defense of like 22 plus?
Yeah, against a seriously decent named horror. Yeah.
All right.
Crap.
That's like, but you're like asking me like what numbers are appropriate. Like, it depends entirely on how badass of a spellcaster he is. How much of his abilities are based on targeting your Mystic defense.
Yeah, well, I mean, most of the spells that I've seen you cast target Mystic defense.
Yes. Most spells are usually against Mystic defense.
Yeah, my Mystic defense sucks.
Oh. The thread weaving is not against the target's Mystic defense. It's the basic generic thread weaving difficulty.
Cool.
Fancies.
So your first rank is only against an 8, so you don't have to bother rolling for that. However, what is
that's easy
the tier
Yay.
of this?
And you're talking about something different than the horror fin charm that we have.
Yeah, that's your defense. That will add to your mystic defense no matter what it is,
Right.
and
this-
your physical defense.
yeah, this
and
would
your
be
social defense.
specific to this horror, basically. And
Yeah.
that's it. Okay. Yeah, I can see that being useful.
Joe, where should we put this?
Add as an item under your equipment.
Yeah.
There's like a thread item section.
Okay, just I
And
just
we
want to
would-
make sure I put it in the right place because I was actually looking at the blood magic one. I was like,
Yeah, we would have to have a thread weaving slot open for this, basically, right?
Yes.
Okay, which I do. I have one slot open
For each ability you wish to weave to up to 3 abilities.
for each ability. Yeah, I've only got
Yeah.
one slot open. So.
What's the max rank? Is it just the same as the one? The
Same as
5?
your thread weaving. Oh no, this max rank is 9.
Hmm.
Oh,
Or your thread weaving rank, whichever is lower.
Yep.
I don't see a tier cost on this.
I can find you the reference.
Seems
so
to
how
just
many-
be novice tier.
How many items can you have thread woven? Is it based on your
Thread weaving rank.
Yeah, your thread weaving rank.
Okay, so I got.
You want it on page
Oh wait, no, I've only got one.
229 near the bottom, Joe. And it's like the section called spend legend points. Halfway through the paragraph.
Okay, yeah, novice talent rank. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the item called?
I call it a grimoire, but I mean you could call it a horror core pattern item or horror pattern item.
Horror pattern item. Or HPI and then the ability you're raising.
Since I only have the one slot, I guess Mystic Defense would probably be my most effective, right?
Well, if you got one slot open,
Yeah.
I have it up for debate. Mystic or social for you?
Oh, my social.
Mystic is good. A good choice. If you want, even Mystic Armor will probably help.
Mm.
But I would go Mystic Defense. That's sort of my current intuition.
And what rank is this thing coming in at?
The tier is novice, right?
Yeah, it's a novice
Yeah.
tier.
Cheers, novice. You could raise it to whatever you feel like you can.
How much the legend points is this going to cost?
Same as a novice talent. Starts at 100. 100, 200, 300, 500, 800.
So, yeah, we should be able to boost it up fairly quickly compared to,
There we go.
Oh, this is the one we have to manually do, right? Will it add to the thing? I don't know.
No, well, once you set the tier to novice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right.
I rose my Mystic
The rank.
Defense by 5 against it.
There we go. Okay. All right.
Okay. Cool.
You said
I'll
max 9, right?
Yeah.
You can go up to 9.
If you have a 9 thread weaving. I think mine's the highest, so mine's an 8.
No, I don't have a 9. I mine's only at 6. So
Yeah, and mine's an 8, and I still only raised it 5, so I can really afford seriously. But still nice to have a 17 Mystic Defense against this thing. I feel a little bit more comfortable.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
So we've located a landing spot in the
Yes.
Karkavik Valley. We're getting off. We're thanking our captain and the crew, and we're going to prepare to head into the valley.
Yes.
Okay. I could only afford 3 at the moment because I spent those points on other things earlier. So
That's okay. Can you use those things against a whore?
well, yeah. What do you mean? Like
There you go.
combat stuff? Yes, of course. I mean,
Oh no, I raised
I
my
like-
claw shape. I can't use that. Wait, I can.
It would be nice to have another one and add my claw shape to it, so I get a bonus to my claw shape just versus this creature. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, you can double up that way.
But I'd have to
Try
boost
another 8 hours to raise thread weaving.
Yeah, I'd have to boost my thread weaving. Mm-hmm.
Casters are usually the only ones who have like spare thread weaving ranks. Typically, most people don't bother to raise it.
As much as I
Casters are
wanted to do melee with my mystic or my social defense being the way it is, I decided to up my social defense.
Yeah. Well, mine, because I used the group item on 1, 2, 3 of them, and then I poison ivy, and then I have the medallion. So
Well, I have I did mystic defense and social defense because my mystic defense is 9 with a +1 due to I think my armor.
oh, my mystic defense is a 13, and now an extra 3 onto it with this guy, so it'd be a 16. So if I can boost it a little bit more, if I can get it all the way up to 9, man, that'd be beastly. That'd be nice.
Well, my social defense was an 8, but thanks to my troll sword, it's
Social defense,
actually a 6.
My social
So with the
defense is a-
boosts, they're both 12. Or
yeah, my social defense is a 9. So maybe
my
adding
social defense is 12,
would
and my
probably be a good
mystic
idea.
defense will be 15. So not great, but I have a shot.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, all right. But I think we're ready to get off the boat.
You
Would've done
guys can
melee
get
if-
off the boat.
I would have done melee if I could have, but I only got 2. But I was able to get them both to 6.
I gotta eventually get my thread weaving up anyways to 7 anyways, just to circle up. So I'll do that.
Yeah, I need to do that too.
Okay.
You demonstrating how badly we're going to get slapped.
No, I'm rolling that for no reason.
It's a good reason.
I mean, it says for no reason. I mean, that's
Yeah,
exactly
no
what it
reason.
says. Just making sure the dice aren't loaded. That's all.
Yep. All right, so you guys get off the ship. You're on land. The forest where you are, since you guys had gone downriver a little bit, seems to be somewhat fine, uncorrupted here. You notice that when you were passing things a bit further upriver, the trees had a very sickly look to them. There were, as Kinsey noted, some undead animals and dead, rotting animals for no reason. Things like that. Whatever it is, because of the way it is like north of that line-ish, somewhere.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll try to. I want to kind of skirt it, so I don't want to walk through it, but just sort of skirt along the side of it as we travel to keep ourselves out of too much of a significant danger of the undead creatures that might be wandering around it.
Sounds reasonable.
So kind of, I'll keep on the
So you're
scouting.
gonna go this way?
Sorry. Yeah, basically, we're gonna take the border of it, of the affliction, and kind of scout around it to see exactly where maybe I can see a more of a centralized location for it, kind of thing.
Okay.
So, basically, not travel through it as much as we possibly
Yes,
can.
you want to try to stay out of it.
Yeah, just until at least we get a feel for where it went. Like when it goes into the mountains, there's no point in us wandering through the forest, But if
Yep.
it's like in the middle of the forest, then we once we hit the mountains, we'll know, if it doesn't go past that. So
Yes, okay. Let's see, days walking. So every day walking is about that much. So it takes you guys
kind of the long
a
way,
good
but
3-4 days to realize that it's definitely going towards the mountains.
good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, good thing we didn't waste our time fighting a bunch of creatures in the forest.
Let me update my calendar here.
Surely it's not going to try to go through the mountains. I mean, Parlance could be calling it, but
Yeah, I'm not sure, but if it's going into the mountains, I'm curious what's there. Maybe there's something there in the mountains.
well, there's plenty of there in the mountains. But I'm hoping it's not trying to get to Parlance. It might be. If it is trying to get to Parlance, it would have been a mistake to get off the boat so soon.
Maybe.
No, it would have been easier to get off past Syrtis onto the. There's like a big road, an old road. It's easier to get up into Parlance.
Mm.
All right, and
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't there like a dwarven kingdom in the Kaukavix?
there were some in the.
Talking about an old horror-ridden one now.
Yeah. The Scytha, where is that?
That sounds southwest.
No, it's up in the Scytha Mountains.
Yeah, where are the Scytha Mountains?
I thought the Scythas was way southwest.
Oh, Scytha Mountains are there.
Oh, they're up. Okay, yeah.
But yes, there was a dwarven. It was either in the Throma or the Kaukavix. One of them that were overseen by the previous lore master. Vastanjas.
Yeah, that's in the Scytha. That's the one in the Scytha.
Okay, yeah, so wrong mountains then.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll keep on skirting it. Like, no, I'm not trying to waste energy fighting a bunch of minions that I don't have to fight. So
yeah,
as much
can
as I love
skirt the
fighting,
mountains. It's kind of slow going on foot, but as you skirt it and you start to head, dang it, I keep losing my. As you start to circle around and stuff, it definitely seems to be going towards the mountains.
Okay.
That area.
So let's not waste time in the forest. Yeah. All right.
And on that fourth day, I need everybody to compare this number to your Mystic defense.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm pretty sure that gets
that's gonna hit everybody's defense. Yes.
Yes, on that fourth day, as you guys are bedding down and Hack's like, man, I might be going to Parlength or whatever. You all have dreams of Parlength that night.
Good.
And most of you probably don't recognize it as Parlength necessarily, but a laneway traveling through walled mountains and horrors, and you see different sights of basically you get the sense that there is something heading towards it, and when you see this city, you get the sense that there's like a puppet master and the marionettes are wax people fighting straw people fight, different things like that. And while it is odd during the dream, when you wake up and probably discuss it, there's enough to corroborate between everybody that it definitely is reminiscent of tales you've heard from Parlength.
Wait, does that mean this thing is going to Parlength? Just taking the
Maybe.
mountain
That's-
route to do it?
I think it's beginning to look like it.
It might be easier to go back to Sturgis and just get a ride over there than trying to follow it now.
Would it be trying maybe to throw us off? Maybe that's not exactly where it's going yet.
It might be possible to find a way under the Cuck-Havocs.
Maybe, but wouldn't it like an airship out to Parlength be faster?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think if we're pretty
airships
sure.
would not go to Parlength very often, though. I don't think.
Do what?
I would not expect airships to go to Parlength very often.
True.
Yeah, not terribly. And then the other thing is that there's only one company that's able to go across the area that we're in currently and actually get to Parlength there.
Parlength isn't exactly like a trade hub.
Right. Weren't we there before? Didn't we go there once?
Nope.
No. Oh,
Nope.
No, I think we just talked about it at some point. I forget what we were talking about it for. Because I remember us talking about that place once. But okay.
So that's what our options are. We could like head back downriver if we think we're going to try to head it off, and then get off down at
Yeah, at this time you're like 3 days, you probably estimate, from the river again, close to Syrtis.
Could we? Do you think Syrtis would
you can
help
go
us
up
get? Yeah, because that looks like a lot of mountain travel, and I don't know. Are there paths through the mountains here?
Yeah, but they're going to be slow and tedious.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, I think going down there to Syrtis is probably the better option. And whatever kind of travel we can possibly get out to Parlength would be better than trying to travel through the.
We don't want Syrtis. We want the
the one below it
there. Yeah, I don't remember the name of Tansiarda. Is that it? If I remember correctly, the name was
town that's down that way.
This one down here.
The town
Tansiarda, I believe.
Yeah, Tansiarda, because that will take us to the that'll take us down to the old Theron Road, which cuts through the mountain.
Oh, okay. So we would be taking the road. I see.
It's also where they're trying to build that dumb bridge.
Yeah.
Okay. But that looks. I hope there's a boat that just takes us down there. It looks like it might be.
Oh, if there's boat travel going that way, it'll go past.
Yeah. So why don't we do that? I think that's going to be the plus. Following in its wake is just going to put us against a bunch of creatures that is just wasting our time at this point.
I don't think it's a waste of time, but I still think we should do it. Get to the river.
Yeah. Okay, true. I like killing things, but you know,
let's mount up and head to the river.
Yeah, we'll head to the river, and if there is a boat, we'll try to catch it on down to the. But I don't know if there's any boats on this side of the river. So
there's always a boat.
Yeah, there's always a boat.
Okay, yeah, we'll try to flag another boat.
Or take one.
We're not stealing a boat.
Why not?
Why would we need to? Everybody likes us. Look, every boat I've landed on so far has liked me.
If it's house contention.
Chances of you finding a house contention boat up here are slim.
Slim, yeah.
Not impossible,
Yep.
but slim. All right, so a few days later, you get to the ship. Everybody has strange dreams. Not necessarily bad dreams, but strange dreams while you're here now.
Or is it more about the city or something else?
It's yes. And you can
Where are
find
we?
this out afterwards.
So does this
What's
thing
that?
have a session with that city?
Where are we?
Like right in here?
Okay, so we're still traveling toward the river. Okay.
Yeah, you're traveling towards the river. During the 3 days it takes you to get down to the river, you're having strange dreams. You're having
Yay.
dreams of strange, deserted cityscapes that wind around and circle around back on each other, and other places that seem to be very
Catacombs.
very nobly built buildings and stuff, right? Like for the rich and wealthy areas of town, underground places, just very strange dreams. And while it's not really delves into the nightmare territory, there are aspects of undead at times that kind of when you wake up and things like that, cadavermen you've experienced before, and there are places where you see dozens, if not hundreds, of cadavermen, things like that.
Interesting.
I should have never brought that city back.
What, the first one you mean?
No, Parleyth, you know how the Parleyth tried to save itself during the Scourge, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
Put itself into a pocket dimension and then erased all memory of its name and presence from everybody else in Barthaven. So everybody forgot about it. And then Jirol, with the Longing Ring, brought Parleyth back, along with all the horrors that had gone with it.
Oops.
Yep.
And it's just basically a nightmare city now.
Oh.
Once the crowning jewel of Barsave, designed to be the capital of the province, Thera was pouring money into its construction, and now it's just basically a nightmare.
And we're going to walk into this trying to hunt down this thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, most adepts know that Parleyth is almost like a proving grounds for adepts. There's a corner of the city that's been cleaned out, shored up as a hub for adepts to stay in there, and then you delve into there because this was the capital of Thera in the province, and tons of magical items and stuff that they were preparing for defenses are all there.
Sweet.
So people go in and try to loot stuff and come back out.
And how come we haven't tried this before? Come on, sounds exciting.
But yeah, during the time when they were telling everybody, hey, you can build cares and go underground, they were planning, hey, we're just going to go into an astral spot and ride it out. And the problem is, when they went into that astral spot, they had already been infiltrated.
So they brought all the things with them, yeah.
They took horrors with them that, got rather pissed off that now they are trapped where they don't want to be, with just one city to feed on instead of the world. So, yeah. All right.
Not just horrors, but imagine a bored horror. A horror that is like, for 500 years, has nothing to do.
Yeah, I'm actually rereading The Longing Ring right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, great book.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna take this boat. We're gonna go down, and I guess we're going to the place, and we're actually hunting something very specific
Yep.
in a city full of horrors. Great. That's good to know.
So you
Horrible
get
thing.
to the river, and you can flag down a boat. That
Yay!
is not a problem.
Another boat.
One
These
that
poor
is
cats.
big enough to take you all.
Yeah.
And
Don't
they
tell it where we're going.
What's that?
Just I'm telling Kinsey before we get on the boat. Don't tell it where we're going. Just say we need a lift downriver.
Okay. Yep. No, I will not mention the horror. I promise.
Let's see.
Yeah, much nicer. We just need a ride downstream. It's fine. Yeah.
And you're going to Tansiarda, right?
Yeah, that's what we.
Yeah.
All right. So
From
there's
that
a few
bridge.
different boats that you have to get on, because one's going to the next village, and then you got to hire one to the next village after that.
That's fine. Whatever. We don't
They
care.
do want you to pay for passage,
It's fine.
and it is
We
a
got money.
total of, let's see, 50 silver
Okay. The
for
excitement of
all
being
of you, plus the mounts and that's spread across the different
spread
boats.
across. Right. Okay. That's fine. We're rich. It's good.
And you guys land in Tansiarda.
What kind of town is Tansiarda?
Can we mock the bridge builders?
Yeah, you can mock the bridge builders. Why not?
What are they trying to build a bridge for? To where?
Span the river.
Build a bridge across the serpent.
Across the river is nothing but mountains. Am I confused?
There's like a passage through the mountains that leads
Oh,
control.
okay.
Technically a trade route.
The
But they don't want
river
a fucking
doesn't
ferry,
want a
they
bridge
want a
built
bridge.
across it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even if there's a trade route, the river probably is safer than going through the mountains. But that's just me. Whatever. Okay. I guess you have to kind of go all the way down and back up again, depending on where this trade route goes.
The trade route's already established, but my point is that they're trying to connect this side of the river with that side of the river with a bridge, and it's not going well.
Oh, okay. It's a bad luck. I gotcha.
The serpent doesn't like being bridged. It doesn't want it. So every time it gets close, it gets destroyed.
Yeah. So what kind of town are we looking at here? What does it look like?
It's a rather large, bustling city.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's right on the river. Has a trade route going connected to it. It's pretty. It looks like it's a pretty nice spot there.
Oh, the city's fine. Yep. The shipyard's pretty cool.
And often, as you are docking there is on the other side of the river, you happen to see several wagons that seem to be heading south along the other edge of the mountains on a caravan route.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And we can end it here for the night.
The white dotted line is the pilgrim's path.
Yeah, I figured that when he was starting to show the path. It's the dotted line. I gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't show the connected trade route, but it goes through the mountain, close to Tansiarda.
Gotcha.
And then the Old Theron Road is the black dotted line that heads up that way and down that way.
But this is also the most populated area of the river heading south from here.
It looks at
river all along toward the House Risterman. It's all villages and stuff.
And if you want to go start at Iodea and come up the pilgrimage route, activating and getting all of your travel stamps as you pass each landmark. When you get to House Cyrtis, you can talk to the Shvalhalla and possibly get a wish.
Oh, a wish. It's nice.
Prophetess.
Yeah.
Yeah. She will grant you one request, or for knowledge, or whatever, anything within her power, pretty much. All right.
Hey, you never know
let's
when
see.
that might be useful.
Let's see. You reach the shore near Cyrtis.
It's also House Cyrtis is also, I think, home of one of the most mysterious life rocks.
Zerabul.
Did you say the name, Jesse?
Yeah, Zerabul. The obsidian of
Zerabul?
Zerabul. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only ever see 2 obsidian from that group at a time.
Yep.
All right. 10,000 legend points again.
All right. What are we calling this one?
What are you calling this one?
Lots of boats.
Wet feet.
Wet feet. Sure. Why not? Wet feet. The date is updated, right?
Yes.
There we go. And now I should be able to do more of the things to that to the book item thingy. So
Yeah, I need to raise talent first. More trade remake.
I think I will raise. Can we assume we'll stay here at least one day to raise a talent before we travel?
You can stay here pretty much as long as you need to.
I just want to do my thread weaving. How many talents do people want to raise? So it did give us an idea. I'll do more if I can, but
I'm fine here for a day.
Yeah,
Right,
because if we're entering basically very dangerous territory coming in, so we better do what we can to make sure we're prepared.
Well, also I have to flush out other thread items too.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
So
next game session would be on the 1st.
Is it the 1st?
Yeah. Next week is Christmas, so the 1st.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably going to have to work that day, but I don't know what hours.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not New Year's Eve. It's the 1st. So
Yeah, but we often have lots of shuttles that run for the 2 or 3 days before and after the 1st.
Yeah, it makes sense.
The 15th, I should be clear, but I think CES starts in January. I just don't know the exact dates yet, so I'll get back on that one too.
So it's more of like a should be, but maybe not.
Yeah, should be, but maybe not. Let's see, then the 29th should be good, maybe. And then the 12th is Super Bowl Sunday. That's probably bad.
Yes, that's probably bad because I will not be there for that because I'm watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's one of the days we also possibly have to work long hours too. So we'll have to play it by ear pretty much, I think. All right, everybody, thank you for hanging out, and maybe in 2 weeks, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
We shall see.
Yay, and we should do more things.